Hello, and welcome to the first live stream of my third run of these now. This is weird. This is actually kind of weird being back. I haven't done this in so long now. Oh, it's been like, 5 months? Weird. Anyway, very, very happy to be back. Before I bring my guest on, I do want to apologize because I done an announcement video for this saying it was going to start on the 1st of May. And that didn't happen. I was really unwell and I couldn't bring myself to do the stream that day. And then we rescheduled it. And then my original guest was really unwell. And then I rescheduled it for this week. My original guest couldn't make it. But as always, one of the top guys here in this little community stepped in. And I'm so happy to have him here for episode 1. Because I think he was episode 1 for series 2 of this I done as well. And that is, of course, Jordan, Mr. Movie Worm. Here he is.
Hello.
Well,
hey.
Thank you for coming back on, mate, especially with the short notice as well.
Yeah, no problem, mate. Always happy to be on your stage, James.
Yeah, well, hey, this is like going to be a warm-up for us because we're meeting up on Friday, aren't we, in Birmingham?
Yeah. Looking forward to it, mate. Yeah, might be a few drinks, but
I think there'll be a few drinks involved on Friday night, and then some blue hunting on Saturday morning if we're not too dead.
Yeah, be great to finally meet up with you, mate. Finally, after speaking to you for so long.
Yeah, no, 100%. I've always said, I've met a couple people now from the YouTube community, but you were like next on my list. Really happy that we're going to be able to meet up.
Yeah,
it'll be a good one.
Yeah.
And of course, Ryan's coming, my podcast co-host. We've got the two Alexes there. It's a good little group of us meeting up.
Yeah, because we've been speaking for a while now, haven't we? So
no, 100%. It's going to be a good one. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's good. It's good that we get to do a little bit of a warm up on here, get to have a little chat.
yeah. It's always good to talk movies as well.
Exactly. Yeah. I think Friday night we might have a few of these as well. So at least we can have a sober chat now.
Yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, we've got quite a few comments here. I've got to say, I wasn't sure how the turnout would be. It's been a long time, but yeah, it's exciting. We've got quite a few comments here. So again, if I skip some comments, I apologize to those people. Like if like a comment comes out that we've already answered, I'll probably skip over it. But we'll do our best to get through as many as we can. So the first one up. This was at 3:30. This person was the name is D's Nuts. What's your favorite MCU movie nowadays?
Are you gonna answer first, James, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first, unless you need a moment to think.
No, I've seen this comment before, and I was like, okay, I've got my answer ready. Yeah, it might be a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I think mine's Spider-Man No Way Home, to be honest, because I just love the character so much, always have done, and I think it was everything I wanted in a Spider-Man film. I probably have like Endgame close second and Winter Soldier, but I'd have to say No Way Home because I was just amazed at the cinema at that one. Yeah,
that's fair enough. I can't really argue that. I think No Way Home was an excellent movie. I think for me it's still Endgame, but I've got to say very close runner-up is also Winter Soldier. I think that film is amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think my top 5 has changed this year. But we'll see. At the minute, it's Guardians 3 was amazing, but it didn't sneak into my top 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's not in my top 5 either. I think a lot of people loved it a bit more than me, but I did like it. I just didn't love it.
No, I think it's 9th or 10th on my MCU ranking. It is quite high. But it's but I think my top 5, as I say, I'm pretty sure it's still the same as it was probably like 2-3 years ago.
I don't want to go into spoilers and stuff, but there might be a certain quote in that film that might be quoted of the year, in my opinion, with a certain line you cross, if you like, for the viewing audience.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I don't mean to say a line that they crossed, but one I didn't expect.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I've got a feeling I know which one you're on about.
Yeah.
We've got Sabian's movie and game lover here as well. Hello, mate. Sound cool, but I'm helping my local cinema organize a screening of Finding Nemo for the 20th anniversary. Oh, well, that is cool. But I wouldn't be surprised if Disney puts that out in cinema anyway for its anniversary. They like doing that for their anniversaries now, don't they? Putting out stuff, which is very cool. I was meant to go see Return of the Jedi and Aliens, both on the big screen for their anniversaries, and had tickets booked, and I missed them both. So,
any reason for that? Just couldn't make it.
Well, Aliens I just couldn't make, and Return of the Jedi, we went into London. Ryan was there, and we went into London. Went to a few bars. Went to watch Formula One in a bar, and then we got round to the movie, and we were just like, let's just go to another bar.
Yeah, I can't sit through a movie when I've had a couple of drinks. Me, I just can't.
We've tried it a couple times. When we went to see Glass Onion, we turned up so early. We went to a bar before, and I only had like 2 beers, but just sitting in there, and I was like, oh, no, I'm buzzing. I want to get up and do something. I struggled to sit there.
Yeah.
But,
I just want to go to another bar. Me, you ever do that?
Yeah, no, I'm exactly the same, mate.
Alcohol is just, I'm weak when it comes to alcohol.
Oh no, I know what you mean. Once I've had one, it's like, yep, let's keep going. We got Sam here. Hello, guys, and Jordan.
Thanks, Sam.
Hope you're doing well. Here's a fantastic stream. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Top guy, Sam. Shame about the results yesterday. This is definitely going to be aimed at you, Jordan, because I've got no idea what he's on about here.
Yeah, our team, Everton, got beat again, but we may play in the best team in the world, so we'll let them off.
Fair enough. I mean, trust me, I know what disappointment's like at the minute with the Formula One. So, we've got Tom180 here, and he asks, what's your top 3 Guy Ritchie movies? Do you want to go first, or?
It's probably very easy for me, that one, James. Snatch, Lock, Stock, and the Gentleman.
Yep, mine's exactly the same. Exactly the same. I mean, on a poll recently somewhere, like Lab Bible or something, and those were the top 3 as well.
Weirdly, I always loved Snatch and Lock, Stock growing up, but I think the Gentleman's my favourite out of the 3 of them now, to be honest.
I think, I don't know, I think Snatch is maybe my favourite, but the Gentleman's probably my second favourite. I think I do love that movie.
Yeah. And so didn't Aladdin come in the top 3 in the Lab Bible?
I'm a little bit of a defender of that Aladdin film. I don't mind it, but it's definitely not top 3.
No, I don't mind it either, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think to be fair, I think there's only been one Guy Ritchie film I didn't like. I didn't like that Revolver. But I really didn't mind that King Arthur one he done. I thought that was okay. I like the Sherlock films. I think he's a very consistent director.
Yeah. Got variety as well, hasn't he? Doesn't just stick to the gangsters like most of them are, but he has ventured into different genres.
Yeah, always respect that when directors do that.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your favourite film from the 60s?
That's got to be Psycho, I think.
Yeah, that's a great pick, to be fair.
Yeah. What about you?
I want to say Lawrence of Arabia, but I'm gonna go with 2001 because I rewatched that film. So I've watched it 3 times this year already. So yeah, but you know what? Psycho will probably be my 3rd pick. That's a good shout. You're not the biggest on 2001, are you? I don't think.
To be fair, I've only seen it once, and it was like when I was like 16 or something. Maybe I need to give it another go. But I just there's long periods where it was just like I was a bit bored. I mean, don't get me wrong, the special effects, the lighting is fantastic, especially with the time. But I think I'm gonna have to give that one another go at some point because it is considered one of the best films ever made. So
yeah, and to be fair, first time I watched it, I was very similar mindset. But I think I saw you replied to a tweet, was it about 2001 recently? That's how I know.
Yeah. I think it was something like, what's a film everyone loves that you don't like or something like that, wasn't it? Yeah. It just wasn't for me at all.
It's fair enough, Matt. When I talked to Ryan on Friday, he shares a very similar opinion to you on that one, I think. So, I'll
sit next to him.
Yeah, I think his words were like, "I respected this movie more than I enjoyed it."
Yeah, because like I said, the technical side of it is amazing, but it was just a bit of a slog for me, I thought.
No, it's fair enough. I completely get that. Jim O'Connor's here. Hello, mate.
Right, Jim.
We got Scott, the movie critic here, who's going to be on my next stream, I think. Oh, Ryan's just put in the comments. That is exactly what I said. There we go. What is your favorite from the George A. Romero zombie trilogy? I've got a feeling you'll be able to answer this one better than me, because I haven't seen the third one still.
Well, I do recommend the third one, James, because it's like probably my second favourite out of them all. But I've got to go with Dawn of the Dead. It's just like the best zombie film ever made to me. I've seen it so many times. My nan used to bring it down when she babysat us as kids, and my mum was like, "Oh, it's only a zombie movie. It's okay, yeah." And it was like, it's more gory than most horror films.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just got a lot of fun out of that one. I love the location of the shopping mall and stuff. It's just brilliant place to have a zombie movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd put Day a close second. It's a really fun film, and it's got a real great villain in there who isn't a zombie, by the way. So.
Oh, okay. It's just so hard to get on Blu-ray, that one. I have been looking for it because I love the first two. But I just can't find it anywhere.
Arrow done it, the window box editions years ago. So I've got Dawn and Day in them, but I think they're like out of print now. They go for a bit of money in CX, or they did until the 4K of Dawn came out.
Yeah, no, I am on the lookout for it, and I hopefully I'll be able to pick it up at some point. But I don't want to pay like 30 quid for it.
Yeah, that's about as much as I've seen it go for, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that is probably the best I'll do on it. But out of the two I've seen, I really don't know what I prefer out of the two, to be honest, because I always watch them in the wrong order. I always watch Dawn of the Dead first because it feels like the most rewatchable for me. But then Night of the Living Dead, I like the characters more. So it's a strange. I just can't pick. I'd say they're honestly even for me.
Well, I've got a lot of respect for Night because it started this whole zombie, the slow walking zombie thing. I know there's zombie movies before that in sort of a form, but these are the zombies we all gravitate to, we all know and love, and it kind of started with Night of the Living Dead, if I'm not mistaken. So
100%, because now, I mean, zombies have they've been done to death a bit now.
Yeah.
Sam asks, what's your favorite Coen Brothers film?
I've got a very easy answer for me. Fargo, definitely.
Yeah.
In my top 20 films of all time.
I haven't seen it.
Haven't you?
No.
Oh, well worth a watch, James. Yeah. Great. I mean, to be honest, I have recommended this to a couple of people and they don't like it. It's probably to certain taste because the way they talk in this movie is a little bit off-putting to some people, but I think it's part of the charm of the film.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of like talking like, oh yeah, that's how they talk. So it might be off-putting to some people, and I think that's the main gripe people had with it when I recommended it, but I love it. Yeah,
no, that's fair enough. I do very much plan on watching it at some point. I think for me, it's No Country for Old Men. Funny enough, I watched the Coen Brothers movie Friday for the first time. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, I think it was called. That was quite an interesting movie, I thought.
I haven't seen that one, to be honest.
I caught that one on Netflix. I don't actually own it, but it's one of those films that's like there's like 6 mini stories, so it's not like one consistent story running throughout, which was interesting. It's a good movie though, Western. I'm a bit of a sucker for Westerns.
Like an anthology or one where the stories come together?
No, just all separate stories.
Oh, right.
So it was a good movie to watch.
I haven't even heard of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I only saw it because Liam Neeson was in it. I was just going through Liam Neeson's Letterboxd page just because apparently I've seen 40 films from him now, and I was like, oh, what ones haven't I seen? And I saw he was in a Coen Brothers one, so I was like, oh, I should watch that.
All right. I'll keep my eye out. But No Country for Old Men's a great film, isn't it?
I do love that one. That's my favorite I've seen so far, but I haven't seen Fargo, so I do need to give that a go.
Oh, definitely, mate. Definitely.
Okay, what's the most disturbing film you have seen?
Ooh. I mean, I'd probably have to say the Human Centipede too.
Oh,
I actually watched it uncut as well.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the first one for me is quite tame. The second one takes it to new levels, man.
Yeah.
It's got the most vile character you've ever seen in a movie in there. So, have you seen that one?
No, I haven't got near those films. I know the premise, and that was enough for me.
Which one was that, sorry?
The Human Centipede.
Oh, you seen that?
No. I heard the premise. I heard what it
was
sorry.
About,
and I was
all
like,
right.
No. I don't think I want to watch that.
No, it's a bit of a stomach turner, like.
Yeah.
But the second one is just it's not just the thing that makes you sick in it. It's the things he's doing to people as well. It's got everything in there, mate. It's extreme.
Yeah, I see. I can't lie. I haven't really seen anything too disturbing. I tell you what though, that new Evil Dead film. There was a bit in that where I genuinely felt a bit unwell at the cinema. Obviously, it's a new film, so I don't want to spoil it. But there was a scene involving glass, and do you know which bit I'm on about?
Yeah.
That bit actually, I actually felt a bit unwell in the cinema. I was like, oh my god, that's horrible. But I can't. Other than that, I don't really know, because I don't really go near. Like, I haven't been near the Saw films because I think I watched the third Saw film it was on my first lad's holiday on the plane out there. My mate was watching it. I saw someone's face get ripped open, like by their jaw, and I was like, no, that just doesn't appeal to me. I don't really like things like that too much.
Yeah, I think when it comes to disturbing, it's more ones that make me keep thinking about it a few days. Like I watched one called Nit Ram not long ago, and that is like. That's not a horror film, but it's based on a real life event of this guy who just done a massacre in Australia, killed 36 people. But it's all the lead up to that and how he's become this person. And I just couldn't stop thinking about it for weeks afterwards. And things like that, I probably count them as like disturbing movies, like the true life ones.
I think like that Zodiac one as well, by David Fincher. Is David Fincher on there?
Yeah.
That one as well. That was haunting, I think, is a good way to describe that one. Like, I was just genuinely scared watching that movie.
Did anyone caught him after you, though?
What's that, sorry?
Did not catch him in the end? Didn't even catch him, did he? He's still out there?
Yeah, I think they never caught him. And that's the scary thing about it. It's Yeah, I remember when I watched that film, the whole time I was just genuinely like, this is like goosebumps all over. I was like, this is just because it's true as well. And it was so realistic. It was, hard watch.
Yeah.
Good
film.
It is a good film. Sam's asked, I'm not sure if this one will be for you too much. What's your favorite REM song or album? Song or album? Are you an REM fan? Or...
Not really. I think when I was a teenager, I bought like 30 albums all together or something, but one of them actually was an REM one. I can't quite remember the name of it. It was one of the ones from 2013 or something like that, or 2010, around that time. I can't remember the name of it though. But I'd have to say the most popular one. I forgot the name of it.
Is it Out of Time? I think the really good one. I mean, that was my favorite album. It had Shiny Happy People on. It had my favorite REM song, Losing My Religion, on.
Yeah, that's my favorite REM song.
Yeah, it's the most basic pick, but it's just such a good song.
I could actually probably, I'll just Google it really quick. But I can't remember the name of the album, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, I have about 6 or 7 of their records in my collection. I never went through all of their discography, but I really enjoyed that album that had the big songs on.
Sorry, 1 second. REM albums. Here we go.
I think it's
it wasn't that one. I can't find it now, mate. Sorry. I'll try and get it up in a minute.
It's okay. No, it's all right. You can tell me on Friday.
It's 2004, actually. Around the Sun, is it?
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that one.
All right. So, yeah, that was the one I bought.
I know I'm better with their earlier stuff. Will's here, and he asks, "Have you seen Need for Speed?" I personally enjoyed it and gave it 4 stars. I haven't seen it. This is the one with the guy from Breaking Bad in, isn't it? I think.
Adam Paul.
That's it. Have you seen it?
Yeah. I've got it on Blu-ray, but I haven't watched it yet. But now I've watched all the Fast and Furious films, I might be up for it.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, I know you're doing it. I'm currently halfway through Fast 8 at the minute, so I'm nearly done my rewatches.
Yeah. I've had a great time with them. But staying on Need for Speed, no, I haven't seen it, but I fancy it. I think I might like it.
Yeah. Well, I do intend to give it a watch at some point, but Jim asks, did you know that the masterpiece came out? Did you know that a masterpiece came out 8 years ago today? Mad Max Fury Road. Oh, very cool. Very cool. I rewatched Road Warrior, funny enough, on Friday. So
I remember you were really surprised how much you liked that film, weren't you?
Yeah.
I remember you saying it on your end of month videos, like how much you liked it.
Yeah, it was weird. I watched the first Mad Max and I was like, yep, that's good. Didn't love it. And then Road Warrior was just like incredible, I thought. I'd say Fury Road is probably my favorite, but only by like a smidge. Like Road Warrior was excellent.
It's a strange franchise. The first one is just totally different, I think, and even Fury Roads, it's just a non-stop action film, isn't it? But yeah, I'd probably say Road Warrior is my favorite, but I have only seen them all once, so
yeah. I think there's definitely a clear top 2. It's Fury Road and Road Warrior. Just whatever way you put them, it doesn't matter because I think they're both just such good films.
Yeah.
Hey guys, nice to see the series back. Have you seen a film called Hereditary? I haven't. This is by the director of Midsummer, isn't it?
Yeah, Ari Aster. Best horror film I've seen in the last 10 years, probably. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, brilliant film.
I
thought you'd seen it too.
No, I haven't, and I do actually want to rewatch Midsummer as well from this director because when I watched Midsummer, it was before I was really starting to appreciate a lot of those types of films. So I really should just, because he's got a new film out now, hasn't he? I need
Viewers Afraid.
Yeah, I need to just give him all a watch, really. Or rewatch Midsummer as well. So yeah, I do intend on watching that one.
I definitely recommend it, mate. It's a clever horror film, but I say it's the best horror film I've seen in the last 10 years, but the other one would be Midsummer. So he's a very exciting director for me. I can't wait to see his new one. And I've heard a few people say, oh, it's too weird, it's disappointing, but I heard that about Midsummer, so I'm really looking forward to Viewers Afraid as well. Yeah,
I was one of those people criticizing Midsummer when it came out, but as I say, it was before I'd really started to appreciate that style of filmmaking. So I think I'm really hoping when I revisit it, I'll enjoy it more.
Yeah. To be honest, mate, it's probably the most Marmite film on social media. I mean, people either seem to love it or hate it, to be honest. So yeah. It's not for everyone.
David asks, favorite and least favorite Guardians of the Galaxy character.
Good question.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, should we stick to characters that have appeared in more than 2 films? Because I feel like I could just pick a background character from one of the movies as my least favorite, like Taserface or something.
Yeah. Go on, you can go first, James. You're on to the big MCU fan.
I'd say my favorite is Rocket, and my least favorite is. Oh, that's really difficult. See, I don't know because I like the people that I feel like a lot of people would say someone like Drax or Mantis, but I loved what they done with them in the holiday special. Yeah, I don't really know if I dislike any of the main characters. My least favorite, maybe Kraglin. But I actually really like all of. That's why the Guardians trilogy is now my favorite Marvel trilogy because I actually like every character in there a lot. Like it's a really solid trilogy, I think, right there.
All got great chemistry together as well, haven't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I think my favourite's Drax, to be honest. Me and my wife, when we went going to see Guardians 3, we were like, can't wait to see more of Drax because We just think he's really funny.
Yeah.
I think my least favourite, I mean, he's not a bad character, he just, because he only says 3 words, I'd have to go with Groot,
That's
to be
fair
honest. Yeah. I do like Groot, to be honest.
Yeah. It's hard to pick one because they're all actually really good. But I tell you, I rewatched that holiday special before the new one. And that bit with Drax absolutely kills me. You know, where it's like he's got a funny man, he keeps calling it, a toy that he's nicked from Kevin Bacon's front garden.
Yeah.
Mantis is like, he's left his toy behind. He's like, no, we've got to go get Kevin Bacon. He's like, what's more important, the little funny man or Peter's Christmas? Just pauses on him and he just goes, the little funny man.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I loved about that? They captured the magic of Christmas at the end where she gave him the presents.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's just great, though.
Yeah, I really like that holiday special. I think they aced that.
Yeah.
I think Infinity Pool is the best film of the year so far. What is yours? Ooh, do you want to go first, Jordan?
I haven't seen Infinity Pool yet, and I want to, but the cinema times they had, oh my god, they were like 20 to 10 at night on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and they only had it on for a week. So I'm going to have to watch it soon at some point, but I do really want to see it. My favourite probably shows how strong of a year it's been for movies. In other words, not very strong. It's Scream 6, to be honest. Which
fair enough.
I really like Scream 6, but you wouldn't expect it to be a number 1 movie of the year. So, but Scream 6, and I'd probably have Champion 7, which is a really surprising movie for me. I laughed my ass off in the cinema at that.
Yeah, I missed that one because it wasn't. My cinema wasn't showing it. It was so annoying. Because the weirdest thing was they had a huge poster for it up at my cinema, but they weren't showing it.
I've had my local Clodian advertised film trailers and stuff, and they don't even show it.
It makes no sense. And I agree with you how annoying cinema times are sometimes. Because they were showing Marcel the Shell with Shoes On like 2 months ago, and all the times were like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's lucky I finished work at 3, so I literally went straight from work one day. But it's like none of my friends could go see it because they all finished work at like 5 or 5:30. So ridiculous. I'm
the same, mate. I finish at 3, but every other job I've had is like 4:30 or 5, and that's the majority of people in it. So silly time.
I have seen Infinity Pool and I did quite like it. I think I've got it 8th or 9th on my ranking this year. My favorite at the minute is Babylon. I know that's technically came out last year in America, but in the UK, pretty sure it was New Year's Eve. So I'm counting it as a 2023.
I need to see it, mate. I had it booked, and my wife had to go to hospital that night. So I just said to my mates, look, I'm going to have to leave it. And I just haven't got around to it. I've been saying to myself, I'm going to buy it on 4K when it comes out, and I just haven't. But I'm desperate to see it, to be honest.
It's such a good film. But to be honest, like 90% of people I've seen really do seem to like it. There's a few people that don't like it too much. I think it might be a bit too wacky for some people. I don't know. It's very fast-paced, very energetic film. It reminds me of like The Wolf of Wall Street a bit, if it was set in the 1930s.
But that sounds up my street.
It's really good. It's really fun. Rank the John Wick films. Do you want to go first, or?
I'd have 2 last. But don't get me wrong. I rated them all 4 out of 5 on my letterbox, so it's very minor things. I'd have John Wick 2 last. I know that's some people's favourite. Fair enough. Probably John Wick 3rd. John Wick 4 3rd. John Wick, and then John Wick 3. Okay,
we're not too far off. We're our lists are actually identical, other than 4 for me. 4's my favourite.
Okay. So I know. I know a lot of people loved it. I did as well, but it's just on the same level as the other ones for me, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I actually agree though, 2 being the weakest for sure.
Yeah, and I've seen ranking videos where people put John Wick 2 first. So.
Yeah, that's the good thing. They're all good films, very good films.
Yeah. It's very minor things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree. They're very, very solid films. We've got Will here. Hello, mate.
Hi, Will.
Back to David. He said, I love Alien 3. Tell me what you liked about it from your recent. Oh yeah, I did recently rewatch it. Are you a fan of Alien 3, Jordan, or are you? Yeah,
Yeah. I thought it was going to be like one of the worst films going, the way people were going on. And when I first watched it, I was like, this is actually quite good.
yeah.
I don't mind it at all.
No, I was exactly the same. Just had this built-up hatred that people have for it, and it was like, oh god, this is going to be awful. It was like,
Yeah.
this is fine. This is fine.
Yeah. Doesn't help when the director doesn't even like it either.
No. But then again, you watch the fourth one after, and you go, well, that was a lot worse. Why is this the one that's not getting all the hate?
Yeah, 4 is definitely worse. Yeah, 3 is a good film. I think I love the prison setting and everything, and the British feel to it.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite bit is probably when they're trying to trap the alien. That bit's great, I think.
It's been a long time, James, since I watched it, to be honest. But I do remember quite a few things about it. It's a bit of a weird end for Ripley again, jumping into the fire and stuff. But I think it's great though. She just catches it as it jumps out of the stuff and stuff.
Yeah, there's some good bits. I'm doing a Predator rewatch at the minute, and I've got Predators next, and then I've got first time I'll be watching The Predator since the cinema, the fourth one, which I remember.
Is that the Shane Black one?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, I haven't seen it now.
I hated it in the cinema, and I honestly haven't seen it since. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to seeing if my opinion's changed much.
Yeah, I seen some praise for that the other day on Twitter. Someone went, "Predator is one of them things." What is it? Predator is it called, or the Predator?
I think it's The Predator.
Yeah, he was on about that anyway. And he went, "One of them films you stay away from because you've heard so much hate and you actually really enjoyed it." So
maybe. Hey, I don't know. It's I saw it on the big screen. You know, I was expecting Shane Black meets Predator. This is going to be brilliant, and then because it wasn't that, I was very upset.
Yeah. He's Shane Black, isn't he? He's like really funny director. I love Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3 is so underrated, and I think The Nice Guys is such a good film.
Yeah, I watched that for the first time. I think it was late last year. Quite a fun movie, yeah.
He's got a really solid track record, other than The Predator for me. David has asked, at this point in their careers, would you rather watch a Liam Neeson movie or a Gerard Butler? I'm actually a really big Liam Neeson fan. I think he's a really good actor. He's my most watched actor ever, according to my Letterboxd.
All right.
So yeah, but I will say this.
It's been in about 300 films, to be fair.
Yeah, I watched too many films. Ryan will tell you that. The thing with Liam Neeson is, though, I haven't liked his last couple movies. They've all been like The Ice Road, that Marlowe. Whereas Gerard Butler, Plane was a pretty good time, you know. I was expecting that to be bad, and that was fun.
Well, my answer was going to be Gerard Butler, just based on Plane, really.
Yeah. I can't argue it, because Liam Neeson's more recent ones have been a bit naff, so.
He's doing like straight to streaming ones all the time now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or mostly.
Yeah, they're not great, but we're going to go to David again. David, I might have to skip over some. I don't want to be rude, but we'll do some other people's comments in a sec. Besides Vin Diesel and Paul Walker, what's your favourite and least favourite Fast and Furious character? I thought this would be fun because we're both rewatching at the minute. So
yeah, I was hoping we'd get on the Fast and Furious at some point because it's fresh in my memory.
Yeah.
I know my favourite character, including them two, and that is Roman, easily.
Is that the one that Tyrese plays?
Yeah.
You know what? I liked him so much in the earlier films. He really annoys me in the later ones.
Yeah, I can see why people would be annoyed by him, but me and my wife just laugh our asses off at him. Yeah, I'd have to say him easily. Least favourite? Oh my god, that guy off Tokyo Drift, man.
Oh yeah, that's a good pick. I mean, I'm going to agree with you on that one right now. He's my least favourite.
Yeah, I probably would have given Tokyo Drift a higher score because I enjoyed the story and stuff, but he brought that film down so much for me.
Yeah, no, he wasn't great, I must admit. I got to say, that bit really did make me laugh, though, with Tyrese's character. You know, when they're in the planes and they have to jump out the back of that They're in the car, sorry, and have to go out the back of the plane. And then he
Is that
just
in Fast 7 or something?
Yeah, and he just comes along and he's like, sorry to let the team down, but no.
Yeah. Have you seen Fast 9?
I've only seen Fast 9 at the cinema, and I didn't like it. I'm halfway through 8 now. I'll finish that tonight. So now I've got Hobbs and Shaw, and then I will rewatch Fast 9.
Oh, because he just comes up with the worst idea in the entire world in Fast 9, and they go with it.
I honestly can't remember. I barely remember. That's why I've kind of enjoyed the rewatch, because I remember nothing from these movies. I just remember one had a big runway. One, there were cars swinging about like Spider-Man. You know, one, The Rock tenses his arm and breaks a car.
Oh no, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable the depths they're going to, but it works for me. I know they're not great movies and everything, but I just can't help but watch it. I just can't help but enjoy myself, and I can't wait for Fast X next week.
Honestly, they're enjoyable. There's a couple duds there for me, but they're all enjoyable. They're very switchy brain of fun. But I've got to say, my favorite character is Hobbs. No, Shaw. Jason Statham's character.
Definitely Shaw,
yeah. Just because I love Jason Statham. I'll hopefully be rewatching this bit tonight. I just remembered a bit with him going around a plane murdering people with a baby, and he'd look at the baby carrier and do like baby faces, be like, "It's okay." Then go back to being a badass killer.
yeah, that's in Fast 8. He's quite a funny character when he's on the screen with The Rock as well.
Yeah,
but just quickly there, James, in case no one asks you, who do you think's the best villain? Because I actually really like Charlize Theron in 8 as the villain.
Yeah, I do quite like. I see again. I'll go. I know he's good now, but Jason I just love that ruthless, like, killer that he is in 7. But yeah, I do like Charlize Theron as well in 8.
I love the opening scene of 7 where it's all like from one take, and he just doesn't like put a set a bomb in the building or something. And he just walks out, and it all it's great. That
I don't know. I just really like that character.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Yeah. Hello, James. Love your videos. I'm wondering on Letterboxd if you'd ever do an Arrow video Blu-ray you've seen. Yeah. I've had people asking me if I'm going to rank like Arrow video films on like Criterions and stuff, but I think I'd struggle because I think I'm a bit like usual. Like, I know you're a big Arrow guy. It's like just there's so many films, so much variety in that range now. Like, you've got like The Wolf of Wall Street, and then you've got Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I don't know how you rank them.
Yeah, it's true. No, I was actually thinking about, instead of doing that, I usually do my Arrow collection every year, but I was thinking about this year maybe doing a ranking of it and just starting with the worst to the best. But like you said, it will be difficult because there's so many different genres and low budget, high budget, you know.
It's weird to think now that we're getting things like Wolf of Wall Street and Boyhood's another one recently. It's like they don't feel like they suit the Arrow video range, but I'm happy to get these really nice editions of these movies.
Yeah, I agree. It's Arrow were all about the cult following films, weren't they, and the low budget horrors, and it's going very mainstream now, I think. But as long as they still keep doing the other ones as well, I'm happy with that.
No, absolutely.
I bought a few in the Arrow sale there, and I wish I would have picked more up because it was getting a bit addictive.
Yeah, there's a couple Arrow video films I want to pick up. I want to pick up the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which I know is in there, because obviously I bought that big box set. It's up there somewhere. And just see it.
Yeah.
There. So I want to get the second one to go with it.
There's a second one as a box set, isn't there?
Oh, is there?
Yeah, I've got the one with 3 discs in, and it's a big cardboard box. I don't know if you can still get that now. Maybe you can or not, but it looks really good next to the first one.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm going to have a guess and say you probably can't get it because I haven't seen it. I didn't know it existed, so it might be worth a bit of money there.
I must admit, I bought it when it first come out, and I just pre-ordered it years ago. So
yeah, no, that's fair. I know I said we've done a lot of David's questions here, but I have to bring this one up because I have to defend this movie. If it hadn't been for Darth Maul, would Phantom Menace be a terrible movie? No, Phantom Menace is a good movie. I like that film.
Yeah,
I'm probably best not saying anything because
if you're gonna slag it off, don't speak.
it's probably best just moving on.
I will defend the prequels till the day I die. I love those movies. They're my. I know the originals are better, but they're my Star Wars films. I love them. They're the ones I grew up on.
I think everyone's got a little generation with Star Wars, haven't they? Like their own little where they grow up with it and stuff.
I mean, even though I have very much taken to the internet to become the Rise of Skywalker's #1 hater, I try not to be too harsh on the other two because I know that there's a generation that's growing up where these are their Star Wars films and stuff. I try to always be a bit respectful to that, even if the third one was absolute trash. Right, where do we get to? Let's go for this one. Thoughts on Finding Dory? It could have been a lot worse, but it was still highly forgettable and kind of numbing. What's your thoughts on this one?
James, there's a couple of Pixar films I haven't seen, and that's one of them, I'm afraid. Yeah.
That and Cars 3 and the dinosaur one, the ones I haven't seen.
Honestly, you're not missing out on anything, to be honest there. Yeah, I mean, Finding Nemo is my favorite Pixar film. I think it's the first film I ever saw at cinema. And yeah, it just kind of felt a bit forced, I think. You know, it was just like, yeah, this was made to make money. I know all films are made to make money, but it felt like a real cop-out, I think.
Could have heart in the film, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But hey-ho, you can't win them all, I guess. Sam says, I rewatched Small Soldiers last night. What an awesome movie from Joe Dante. Is that how you said? Dante?
Joe Dante, I think, yeah.
Okay.
He made the Babes, didn't he? The Tom Hanks.
Okay.
Yeah, and Gremlins.
Oh, well, I love that film. Love Gremlins. Have you seen this film, James or Jordan? Obviously, I haven't. Have you seen that one?
I thought you wanted to see that, James.
No, I've seen the other two you mentioned. I love The Burbs and I love Gremlins. I grew up with Gremlins, but I haven't seen this one.
Yeah, I've seen it years ago when it first came out. I thought it was okay. It was like, I think it might have been the same year as Toy Story. I think, and I remember thinking at the time, oh, they just trying to cash in on this little thing that Toy Story's doing there with the toys coming to life and stuff. But it was actually quite good from what I remember. I seen it in CX the other day and was going to pick it up, and I wish I did, but I didn't.
Well, hey, never know. Maybe this weekend in CEX when we can pop in there.
Yeah, a lot of people have been picking it up as well. Weirdly on YouTube lately in the community, like I've seen like 2 or 3 people pick it up at the same month. Yeah. So,
okay.
I don't have to just release it on Blu-ray or something.
Maybe, yeah. I get a bit lost with it all now. I like with things that are coming out and stuff. I feel like I get left behind on a lot of it. I'm not as clued up on releases as a lot of people.
Yeah. I'm just glad that guy Luke Wood in the Big Paulie group puts it up every Monday, the new releases.
Yeah, he does.
He makes me keep track.
He's really good at that, actually. I do always. It's so rare that I actually comment on it because it's so rare. I'm actually pre-ordering stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
I always feel a bit bad when like there's a release. It'll be like, Black Panther Wakanda Forever's out, and then there's all these other titles. It's like, oh, there's the 3 colors box set, and it's like everyone's just going Black Panther, Black Panther, Black Panther. I just want to say I'm getting one of the other ones because no one's showing this film any love.
Yeah, it's true.
Tyler says, yo, guys, I recently watched Hacksaw Ridge, and it's an incredible emotional roller coaster. Yeah, I love that. I haven't seen it in years now, but I love that movie.
Yeah, so did I, mate. Thought it was amazing. It's weird the way that's a true story as well.
Yeah, it's Mel Gibson, isn't it? I think who directed
it.
That one, yeah.
I think I've seen 2 Mel Gibson movies now, and they've both been fantastic. That was one. The other one was Apocalypto. He's a really good filmmaker.
Yeah. Did he direct Braveheart? Did he direct that one?
If Braveheart's one he directed, then I've seen 3. But yeah, that's another fantastic film. I think he might have actually. I think you might be right there, James.
Let me have a look. It should. Oh God, there's. Where would it say? Oh,
Mel Gibson. I'll just type it in on Google now. Oh, no, it doesn't work.
Well, someone will let us know in the comments, surely. Did Mel Gibson direct Braveheart, people? I've got a feeling
My
he
my
might.
my 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 internet is so weird on this laptop.
To be fair, I could Google it as well, but hey. I've got like 4 things open for the stream here, so I don't want to confuse myself anymore
Yeah.
than I need to.
I think he did direct it. I think, yeah.
Oh, well, that's an awesome movie as well. I really like that film. Do you think we will get a direct true sequel to The Mummy Returns with Rachel Weisz and Brendan Fraser, and just including the original cast? Let's see, a 4th installment. I'm trying to think here. I'm really trying to use my brain because I know the original Mummy film and I love it. But what happened with the second and third one? They're both in the second one, aren't they? And then is Rachel Weisz not in the third one?
I think Brendan Fraser's in all of them, isn't he? But I've only ever seen the first James, to be honest.
Yeah, the first one's clear as day in my head because I love it, but I don't remember the other 2 whatsoever.
I can't help you there, mate. To be honest, I've got a list there of 4Ks I want to pick up, and that box set's in it because I really want to watch the 3 of them. But yeah, I can't. I don't know, mate.
No, that's fair enough. Honestly, I can't remember. Like, I haven't seen. I've seen The Mummy many times, but the other 2 I haven't seen since I was like probably 12. So.
I know. Said he wants the 4th one.
What's that? Sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. All good.
Yeah. Sorry, something went off in my headphones there.
Right.
I know Brendan Fraser said he wants to come back for the 4th one.
Well, it's a good time for him to do it, to be fair, because he's pretty popular again at the minute.
Off the back of the whale.
Yeah. And here's the other. This is the other film I'm guessing from that. The guy who done Hereditary and stuff. No, neither of us have seen this one yet.
It's not actually out here till Friday, is it, in the cinema?
Oh, isn't it? Oh, okay.
But looking forward to it. It's 3 hours long, though.
Yeah. And then Sam's saying the same thing here. Really looking forward to it. And seeing Bold Rocket at my local independent cinema tomorrow. As they're showing all of Wes Anderson's filmography leading up to Asteroid City. Very cool. I'd love to go back and revisit some of the Wes Andersons on the big screen. What's your thought on Wes Anderson, Jordan? I don't think I've ever spoken to you about him much.
I've only seen a couple of his films, mate. I've only seen Fantastic Mr. Fox and that one he done last year, was it, or the year before? The
French
newspaper one. Yeah, I couldn't get into that, mate. But I really liked the Grand Budapest Hotel. I thought that was excellent.
That's good then, because that's my favourite one. That one's amazing.
Yeah, I need to watch more of him, mate. I know he's one of the most thought-out directors out there and stuff. It's a strange style. I don't know whether I like it or not, but it worked for me in Grand Budapest, so maybe. But I wasn't really into the French Dispatch.
No, I must admit, I rewatched the French Dispatch earlier this year, and it wasn't as good as I remembered on the big screen. I still liked it, but it's not one of his best.
I've heard a lot of people as well say the same thing.
Yeah. Most overrated Star Wars character. Ooh.
I didn't even answer that one.
Yeah. I don't know. Overrated? Is it unfair of me to just pick a sequels character?
I can't even think, mate. I know the most underrated is.
Go on.
Because he's my favourite character, C-3PO. When I just rewatched the original trilogy, I was just like, this guy is amazing.
You've got to be the only person in the world who's got my favourite Star Wars character is C-3PO.
Yeah, I remember I put it in the group and Ryan said no one ever or something like that.
Oh dear. Well, each to their own.
Most overrated? How do you even answer that?
I don't know, because everyone from the thing is, because I read a lot of the novels and comics, everyone from the prequels and the originals has been expanded upon so well that I really, even like characters like Mace Windu doesn't have loads of screen time. They've expanded upon him so well in like the Clone Wars, and Dooku has been expanded upon so well in some of the novels. But it's like the sequel characters haven't had that. So I feel like for me, I've got to go with one of the sequel characters, but I just don't know which one.
I think you're the best one to answer this, James. You're the big Star Wars fan, aren't you?
Honestly, I don't know. Overrated. Do you know what? I'm going to be controversial here. I'm going to take myself away from the sequels. I'm not going to go with the sequels. Boba Fett.
Well, I was going to say, is he overrated because he was hardly in the movie Return of the Jedi, was he? He was only in it for a bit, and next when he got his own TV show because he had like this cult following. Is that true?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He was a badass in Legends, which all got canned off when Disney took over. Now all of his most badass moments are gone. He's now just a bounty hunter that rocks up all the time and always loses. I like him as a character. I do like him. But he's not like there's better bounty hunters in Star Wars. Cad Bane's the blue guy from the end of Boba Fett, but he's in the Clone Wars and stuff as well. He's a better bounty hunter. He's a better character. So yeah, I'll go Boba Fett.
I actually really like the Book of Boba Fett. I really did. But just based on that alone, what I said before, it might be him. Just because he got his own TV show out of this little cool fellow.
Yeah.
Oh. Go on, sorry, what was you going to say, James? Sorry.
No, I was going to say, I liked Boba Fett as well, the show. I thought it was quite good, but
yeah.
He's still not the best character, though. We got Pete here from Play Tendo Guy. Good to see you.
Hi, Pete.
Yep, thank you, mate. Thank you for coming by. Scott, what is your favourite song by Madness? Are you a Madness guy, Jordan?
I can't even think what they've sang, mate, to be honest. I'm not very clever with music when it comes to music, I'm not gonna lie, unless it's movie soundtracks.
House of Fun, Owl House, Baggy Trousers, Must Be Love.
Yeah, I've heard them, yeah.
I don't know what my favourite is from them. Probably Baggy Trousers. Always hear that song getting played.
Yeah, probably because it's popular. I have to say the same.
Yeah.
Madness songs.
I'm going to bring this up because I know that you are, Jordan. Are you playing Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom? You're playing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You know what? Zelda is not really a series that I've ever gravitated towards. I've played 3 of them, and I've never really fully connected with them. I do like them, but not as much as everyone else. But I just seen it get all these 10s the other day, and I just like, I'm gonna give this another go. Mm-hmm. I've only played about an hour and a half of it. I'm just taking my time with it, but I'm getting into it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all right.
That's good. I mean, I'm sort of the same. I picked up Breath of the Wild when I got my Switch, and I'll be honest, played it for about 2 days, and then just was like, I'm done with this. I'm not enjoying it. And I forced myself to have another go at it, and I really started to enjoy it. But I just hate the weapon system on there. You go fight someone, and then your weapon breaks. You have to repair it after every fight. It just annoyed me. I was like, no, I can't be asked for this anymore.
Bad news.
Yeah, same. I looked this up as well, because if this wasn't the case, I might have actually got the new one, because I do like the game. But I saw that the weapon system's the same, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah. I was speaking to my cousin today, and where he's a big Zelda fan, and he said he hated that in Breath of the Wild, but he actually enjoys it now because it makes you think about your weapons more, and it's not just swinging the weapon about constantly. You've got to kind of mix it up a little bit. But
yeah,
I can see why people wouldn't like it, because I didn't like it.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough. I get why some people would enjoy that. It's just not for me. Like every fight, you've got to prep for it. It's like, no, it's just after doing it like 5 times in a row, it's just like, oh, please, can I just keep a weapon?
Yeah.
Next question. What's everyone's most anticipated film of next year? Mine would have to be Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire. And even though the first one wasn't great, but I'll have to say Mortal Kombat 2. Fair enough. Now I've got to try and think of what's actually coming out next year. This is the real task.
Yeah, because we usually get think of this in December, don't we? Yeah. I've got an answer for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Maxine. Just because I love X and Pearl. So
yeah, that's a good one. I am looking forward to that a lot. I gotta say,
and they just
Godzilla.
released the poster today as well. So
Oh, did they? Oh,
yeah, it
I haven't
looks.
seen it.
It's a weird poster.
Then that'll suit the franchise then.
Yeah. Go on, sorry, James, you were saying.
Well, I probably will agree with Godzilla, but isn't Furiosa next year as well?
It might be.
Yeah,
Mm.
if Furiosa's next year, then that one as well. Where are we at? Where are we at? I've lost where I was in the comments. So a lot of people talking amongst themselves. There's Ryan. We finally got caught up there. Where are we at? Everyone's just saying hello to each other. Sorry, I'm trying to find another question. Here we go. Anyone excited for The Flash and Transformers Rise of the Beasts? You looking forward to either of these?
I had a feeling this question was going to come up about Transformers. The Flash, you know what? I seen the trailer in the cinema the other day, and I thought, yeah, I'm up for this now. Michael Keaton was my Batman growing up. Absolutely love the first Batman original movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited mainly for him. But it looks interesting anyway. The story and the multiverse type deal going on. It looks an interesting film.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Transformers, not really. I'm not going to lie to you because I did not like Age of Extinction at all. I hated it. And I haven't seen the two afterwards, but I've heard Bumblebee's okay.
Yeah, honestly, I'd say give Bumblebee a go because that's the best of all of them. It's not Michael Bay, so it's
Right.
a lot more grounded and it's not as annoying. It won't give you a headache. But yeah, definitely don't watch the fifth one because if you didn't like 4, 5 is so much worse. It makes 4
Right,
look
okay.
like a masterpiece, and 4 is shit. You're right.
I like the first two as well, so I feel like though, James, if I go and see this, I'm gonna have to watch that. I'll take your advice. I'll stay away.
Yeah, no, I maybe give it a watch. So you say you've seen it, but it's awful. It's genuinely a contender for like my least favorite movie ever, to be honest. The fifth one.
All right.
Yeah, I genuinely, it's so bad. I like the first one, and I actually quite like 3 for the back half. I think the first half of the movie's terrible, but then the big battle in Chicago is really fun.
Is that where they got all them wingsuits on and stuff?
Yeah, I mean it's so over the top and ridiculous, but it's really fun.
Yeah, I like the third one.
Yeah. And then I don't think 2's a good film, but again, I was really young when I saw that, so I kind of enjoy it a little bit. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to Rise of the Beasts. It looks okay. It looks very big and grand, which I didn't because Bumblebee's very grounded. It's very just Bumblebee, and there's just 2 Decepticons that come looking for him. But now we're back, big alien spaceships in the sky, and it's like this is what I didn't like with the later ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm looking forward to The Flash as well. The early reviews from the screenings have got me very curious about it.
Yeah. I will go and see Transformers still. I will go and see it, but I'm not hyped at all.
No, that's fair. I'm going to be curious to see how well Transformers does because Bumblebee actually didn't do that well, surprisingly. So I'm looking forward to seeing how well this one does. We had Carl here. Hello, Carl.
Hi, Carl.
Hope you're both well. I'm here for an hour. Looking forward to this one. Well, if you're watching on playback at some point, mate, hello. Thank you for popping by.
He's got 6 seconds left, and then I think he's got to go.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite Jodie Foster film?
Oh, I know you watched this recently, but mine's got to be Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, I think it's got to be mine as well. Actually, I was thinking Panic Room sprung to mind though. I really like that film.
I always forget David Fincher directed that.
Yeah, weird one actually. Isn't it? I think I agree though. Silence of the Lambs.
I watched a good one last year called The Mediterranean. No one talked about it, but I thought she was quite good in that as well. But yeah, Silence of the Lambs definitely for me.
Yeah, that really rings a bell. That one. Yeah.
Yeah,
But no,
I think it was about the guy who was forced to be a terrorist, or he got framed for being one or something, and he's in Guantanamo Bay. And
I can't remember if I've seen this. I can't remember if I've seen this film. It really rings a bell.
Actually, I don't think it was last year. It was the year before. It came straight to Prime, I think.
Oh, this is how you know you've watched too many films.
Yeah. James, I watched so many films last year, 2022, and I actually set myself a task to watch as many as I could from last year. And I must admit, after a bit, I was like, I'm watching films I don't even care about here. So I'm not doing that much this year, but I see I've got like 131 I've watched from last year, and I think you're on like 170 or 160 or something like that.
No, do you know what? I'm exactly the same. I watched too many films last year, and at the end of the year, I went, I'm not doing that again. I'm not going to watch 160 new films or whatever I'm at.
Yeah.
Because this time last year, I would be on like 70, 80 films now. Don't get me wrong. I think I'm like 45 this year, so I've watched a lot, but I was watching stuff for the sake of it, and I've really been enjoying. Like people go over to my Letterboxd will notice I really enjoy doing my rewatches at the minute and stuff. So yeah. I'm definitely taking a step back as well a bit from watching new releases.
I feel like I put unnecessary pressure on myself by doing that. Like I'm watching these high school like what was that one with where she woke up in a coma? The girl at Pitch Perfect.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I would never gravitate towards that film, and I just watched it because it was a new release, and it was on for like 2 hours, and I was just hating it.
I know what you mean. I've done. To be fair, there's a couple films this year that I've still done that for, like that new Winnie the Pooh horror film. I was like, I know I'm not going to like this, but everyone's talking about it, so I feel like I've got to watch it. And for an hour and a half, I was just sitting there like, this is awful.
I watched that the other day. I actually didn't.
I was waiting for you to say that. Well, you did just say your favorite character in Star Wars C-3PO, so you know.
Yeah, I haven't got really good taste on it. Yeah. Put it this way, I thought it was better than that Power Rangers film.
I don't know. I just didn't like either of them two at all. But I actually wanted to watch the Power Rangers film though, just because I grew up with those Power Rangers. I was like,
same,
and then it was just bad. So but this is an interesting question here. I'm going to bring up Jim's comment here. It says terrible performance from a great movie and a great performance from a terrible movie.
That's a mad question.
This isn't the best pick I could come up with, but I just watched that new film Paint, which is Owen Wilson playing, what is it? What's the painter called? The famous painter who used to just
Banksy? No.
What's the
Vincent Van Gogh.
And just, he used to be weird, didn't he? He's like, we're gonna put some trees in here.
I don't know, mate.
Is it Bob Ross? Is that his name? Bob Ross?
Who, sorry?
Bob Ross, the painter? Is that it?
I don't know, mate.
I feel like I'm right, but I'm not 100% sure. But it was a movie basically about that, and it's like Owen Wilson's so perfect for this because he's got that very monotone kind of style of speaking. And it was like, yeah, he was quite good in the movie, but the movie itself was awful, I thought. So maybe that one. But
I haven't even heard of that film yet, to be honest.
Yeah, it's only just come out. It's not very good at all. But I was actually quite looking forward to it. And I think Owen Wilson is really good in it, but the film itself is just terrible.
Sorry, if you can hear the bag of crisp rustling there, sorry.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Wait.
No, you're all right. You're all right.
That's a hard question.
Yeah.
A terrible performance.
That's the one.
Great movie. Oh, that's on the spot, that one, man.
Yeah, I'm really struggling with that one. I was going to say Jesse Eisenberg for Batman v Superman, but I didn't like that movie very much at all. Just that doesn't work.
You know what?
I didn't like The Pope's Exorcist this year, and the only positive for me was Russell Crowe. So that's not my definitive answer, but that's one off the top of my head I can think of.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's basically what I just done with Paint for that one.
Yeah. I mean, I'd have to really think about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, I'm actually looking at my Marvel films, just trying to think if there was a film I really liked where the villain was bad. But normally the ones where the villains are bad, I don't really like the movie much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've really struggled with that one.
Good question, Jim. I'm sorry I can't help you too much more there.
No,
I'd have to think about it.
Yeah, I think you've stumped us both on that one. This is a good question. I would like to, definitely needs a bit more thought, that one, I think. Okay, Will here says, Slumdog Millionaire was a right slog for me. Clumsily structures in terms of the flashback sequences convinced me I'm wrong. Well, I wouldn't want to convince you you're wrong because that's your opinion. Which, is completely fair. But I didn't mind. Do you know what? I wasn't massive on that movie. I liked it. I definitely liked it. But for me, it wasn't like one of the greatest movies I've ever watched.
Did it win the Oscar? Am I right in saying that?
I think it did, I think it did.
I went to cinema to see it, and I thought it was really good, really interesting, but very coincidental the way it ends. Like, the way he knows the answers is just so coincidental.
Yeah.
For all 15 questions.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I watched the movie, and when it ended, I was just a bit like, yeah, I liked it, but it just didn't really connect with me super well, that one either, I've got to say.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean. It's his opinion, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's a 5-star film, so...
Yeah, no. The only time I try and convince people of something is when I need to inform people that The Rise of Skywalker is dog shit. That's the only time I try to enforce my opinion on someone. Mr. Playtendo Guy asks, what's your favorite Paul Newman film? I'm a big fan of The Sting.
I don't know, James. I don't think I've ever seen a Paul Newman film. Have I?
I've got to do a bit of Googling here,
He's just an actor I haven't seen much of, in all honesty. I'm just on IMDb now. The Hustlers is popular one. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any here that I was in Cars.
Oh yeah, Road to Perdition. He's in Cars. Road to Perdition. I think is he the big gangster in that?
That's a good film.
I don't know if I've seen any Paul Newman films, which is going to be really surprising for some people.
You not seen Road to Perdition, no?
No, I haven't seen. No. I nearly bought The Sting, though. Funny enough, Pete mentioned that because there's a nice 4K of it out there, isn't there? I believe.
Sorry, James.
I said there's a.
Sorry,
No, you're all right. There's a nice 4K copy out there somewhere of The Sting, isn't there? Because I nearly picked it up at one point.
Yeah, I think I've seen it in the camera, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I have seen that. Is that Paul Newman? Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I know what it is, though.
Yeah, I've seen that. There's one. That was so far back on my Google, by the way. You'd think that'd be near the front. That's quite a popular movie. Like, the Meerkats, whatever that is, comes up before Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I love you just said whatever that is.
Cars comes up. Cars 3 comes up before Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. That's what Paul Newman's known for now. Cars 3 and Meerkats.
This question would have to come up, and he's in one of the Pixar films I haven't seen.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh well, that's yeah. I'd go with Butch Cassidy because I think it's the only one I've seen.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'd have to go with Road to Perdition, to be honest.
Fair enough. Fair enough. James, why are you not a fan of American TV comedies? I like some. I'm a massive fan of The Office, the US Office.
Have
you seen that one? Have you seen that one, Jordan?
I've only ever seen one episode of it, a Christmas special. I've seen the UK Office though. My dad's told me to watch it loads of times.
Yeah, I love the American Office. I just don't like those really loud ones where everyone talks loudly and there's laughing tracks all over it. Yeah, it's not really for me.
Not a fan of Friends then?
Not at all. Not at all. Are you a fan of Friends?
It's in the top 10 TV shows ever.
Oh, damn it. This is going right there with the C-3PO comment. And there's another. I've forgotten what the other comment was already now, but there was another one there.
I think when I was like 20 and stuff, it was like everyone loved it. But I've seen recently on social media that it's just hated by the people who are 10 years older now. So, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, my sister used to really like Friends. There was a period of time where it was actually I bought her. It was my mistake. I bought her for Easter one year, like the DVD box set, and it was when we were on holiday in the UK somewhere, and it was just on the DVD player all the time, and it was like, why have I done this? I've literally just decided to torture myself here with Friends.
No, I think it's genius, to be honest. But
okay, we'll leave it there then. No, it's okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. Hey, each to their own. I want to read this one out. This is from Harry. He says, big fans of both of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Love your recommendations. Thank you, mate.
Cheers, Harry.
Always love getting comments like that. Boosts the ego.
I get a kick out of recommending films as well, and people come back to me and go, thanks for that. It was, really enjoyed it.
I like doing that with people as well, because I think it was you who recommended to me, was it Dead Man's Shoes? Was that you?
Yeah.
I remember watching that and being like, okay, that was actually one of the best British films I've ever seen. So yeah, it was nice to come back and say, yeah, thanks for the recommendation. It's always good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this one up. I haven't seen this. But do you like Wolf Alice? Do you know what this is?
Okay, not sorry, James.
Sorry, James. Yep. Okay, I've got a feeling you're not a Doctor Who person, Jordan, are you?
No, I remember talking to you and you said I should give it a go and stuff because you said I might like it, but I just haven't got round to it, mate, to be honest. Is it meant to become to Disney Plus as well, all of it? Like,
I think so, yeah. I think you might like my favourite era of Doctor Who, because my favourite era is the Russell T Davies era, which was the when the show got brought back in 2005. And it's a little bit cheesy and it's all practical effects. All the aliens are practical and stuff. So I think you might like some of those episodes, you know.
Is that the one with Christopher Eccleston and Billy Piper in?
Yep, they done the first season.
Yeah. When that come back, I did watch a few of them when it first come out. I thought it was okay. I just didn't carry it on. But they're the only ones I've seen, and a couple of ones with the Daleks in from years ago.
Yeah.
So I've seen like 5 episodes altogether or something.
Yeah, oh, that's fair. Well, I think you might like some of those earlier seasons from Modern Who. There's some really good stuff in there. Some really good stuff. But anyway, Sam said absolutely love the new Doctor Who trailer. Cannot wait for the 60th anniversary specials. Was announced that Murray Gold is coming back, which is excellent news. New era's looking really awesome. Yeah, basically Doctor Who had one of the best composers ever, this Murray Gold. And when they went into this era with Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, they sacked everyone else off, including the composer. And they got like the worst composer I've ever heard in. And they've got rid of him and they're bringing back the old one now. So that's excellent news.
Is that the era that everyone doesn't like, the Jodie Whittaker era?
What's that, sorry? Oh, the Jodie one. Yeah, no one.
Yeah.
No one. I shouldn't say no one. There's some people out there that are going to like it, but it sucked.
Yeah, not fun.
I see a lot of people just hate on it.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm the only person who doesn't like that. I really do, because there's so many people in the community who love it as well. And I should give it a go, really.
It's so addictive, Doctor Who. Yeah, during lockdown, Ryan and my friend Luke, who appeared on the channel a couple times a couple years ago.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, we used to have Doctor Who watch parties, like during lockdown. We'd just go on. We used to have movie nights as well, to be fair. Sit here, put a movie on, all three of us on FaceTime, whatever. But we still watch episodes of Doctor Who. We'd just sit there and go, right, David Tennant episode or Pete Capaldi episode. We just used to just pick random ones. Good fun. Okay, films you would never watch.
Twilight.
Do you know what? I'm gonna watch Twilight at some point because I've seen every other film in the top 100 highest grossing movies of all time, but a Twilight film. So I need to watch that so I can say I've seen them all.
How many of them are in there?
I think there's 2.
Oh, it's there. I didn't know that. I watched, like, my sister had it on Sky Movies years ago, and I just thought, this is not for me at all. Like, I just can't bring myself to do it. And there's not many films that I won't give a chance, but I can't put myself through 5 of them.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
How many there is?
I'm trying to think of what I would never watch. I don't think I will ever watch Saw. I know that people say the first one's great, and I believe them. I'm just really not a fan of the idea of just watching people jump into swimming pools filled up with needles and like things on people's jaws ripping their heads apart. It doesn't sound good. To me.
If that's not your thing, mate, then don't do it. But yeah, it is true what people are saying. The first Saw is incredible.
Yeah, I have heard. Maybe I will give the first one a watch one day, but I don't know if I want to put myself through all those films because there's a lot of them, isn't there? I think.
Saw 10's coming this year.
10.
Yeah, it's actually the 11th film, I think. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, it's 10. It's 10. I was getting mixed up with Fast and Furious. But they found a market there, and they just thought, let's just make it as horrific as possible with each other one. But the first one's got a clever vibe to it. It's got a good story. It's interesting. It's got one of the best endings I've seen to a horror movie. So the first one is on another level to all the others, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I say I might give the first one a watch one day, but we'll see. We're just going to bring this up. Jim Jam's here, Mr. James Millership. Hello, mate.
Hi, mate.
And we got some other really nice comments here. I'm going to apologise not bring them all up because we're down to 10 minutes here. So I want to bring up this guy's comment as well. True Action Star. This guy's a legend. I see him in a few people's comments.
I know he is.
Great thing made his way here. We love him. Favorite Pixar film? Well, I said mine earlier. Mine's Finding Nemo. I'm a bit biased. It was my first film at the cinema.
Sorry. I keep messing with this headphone. Sorry. What was yours? Finding Nemo? Yeah. I'll have to say Toy Story 3, mate. To be honest, I think it's one of the best films ever made.
Yeah. It's
great. Coco is up there as well.
Another good one. Yeah. I mean, Toy Story 3, I remember having a proper lump in my throat at the cinema when they were going into the fire. I was like, what the? They was like, you can't kill these characters.
Yeah. I know everyone says that's the emotion, and it was, but you know the end where he drops the toys off to that young girl.
Yeah.
Man, that is the hardest I have ever tried not to cry at a film, and I just looked at my mum and sister, and they were both crying. It is just powerful.
The year that came out, we put it on at Christmas, and my aunt's boyfriend, who's like 62 or something, bawling.
Yeah, it's an emotional ending, that, man.
Yeah.
Just a bit where he does the wave and
yeah. You know, the fourth one got me as well though, when Woody said goodbye to Buzz as well. I was like,
yeah,
man, these films, they hit. They're very emotional movies.
Yeah, it's like what we were saying before. That could have been just an easy cash grab, but that's a film that had heart to it as well. I thought Toy Story 4 was quite surprising.
Yeah, no, that's why I haven't been too critical on the announcement of the fifth film, because I was very against the fourth one, and that ended up being really good. So, going to be optimistic.
I'm up for the fifth.
Yep. Tom asks favorite film or films from least favorite genre. What is your least favorite genre?
I know my least favorite genre is one of your favorites, I think, and I'll probably have to say musical.
Oh, musical! God damn it, Jordan! No, you wait till Friday when you come out drinking beer and wine. You're going to be singing Mamma Mia and Greatest Showman till the early hours of the morning.
I don't know what it is about them. I've got to be in the mood for them, man. But I do really like Wizard of Oz and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I love them films, but I like the sound. I know you like the sound of music and stuff that you watch. I just don't know if I can bring myself to sit there and watch it, or the likes of Mamma Mia and stuff. I don't.
Have you watched Mamma Mia from start to finish?
I've never seen it.
Right. Well, there we go. That's Friday night sorted.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a new least favorite genre, and it's just I do like the genre, I do. But it would be my least favorite, and it's just action. So I just watched those. Yeah, I just watched those two Equalizer films this week. It's like, yeah, they're fine, but it's like, I don't know. It's just they were kind of a bit boring for me. It's like, yeah, it's just guy gets mad at people and he tries and kills them all, and that's it. It's like, but yeah, I don't know. Straightforward action films are really my favorite thing. But there's some great films in there. My favorites would probably be the Bond films or the Mission Impossibles. Really like them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we got next? Let's go.
What I will say about the action genre is, I do think that they've come down in quality. Like when you had the 80s and the 90s, there was some great action films there, but now they're very, very generic, a lot of them.
Yeah, I think so. You get the odd couple like Mission Impossible, John Wick.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you get so many generic, like, you know, going back to Gerald Butler, Liam Neeson, they're putting out so many generic ones. Yeah, I definitely think it is a genre that's weakened over the years.
It's oversaturated as well. I think we get a lot of action movies, especially coming to stream and stuff. You don't have to think too much about the story half the time.
I think they're easy, or not easy, but they're easier to make than a lot of the other stuff as well. I think it's just very quick choreography. I think that's why we get a lot of them.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, let's bring this one up. What Conjuring movie pissed you off the most in terms of the actual film itself? And did Luke and Ryan scare you even more by poking you and kicking you? It's funny that people know this about when I watch these movies. we watched them again. They were like straight after lockdown when those two were coming around mine all the time, and we'd have drinks, put movie on. They loved it when the horror films come on because they knew I hated it. They'd switch off all the lights and be just sitting there, and I'd be shitting myself. And one of them would go, "Bah!"
Yeah, I know. You used to say they always used to wind you off, and drag you to the cinema to watch them and stuff.
I've got quite good with them now. I went to see Evil Dead, and I think I only jumped once. I've got a lot better because I've watched enough now. But like 2 years ago, I don't think I've ever been pissed off at one of those films. There were a couple bad films in that series for sure, but I don't think I was ever like furious at one of them.
I didn't like The Conjuring 3 at all. It's like I didn't like the way Vera Farming is like this superhero, and like she can just touch something in the crowd scene and see the whole thing.
Yeah,
I couldn't get into that at all.
It was the weakest one of the three main films for sure for me.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen all the universe though. I've seen them first three. I've seen the Annabelle, and I think that's it.
I'm the only one I haven't seen is The Nun. But I have seen all the rest. I thought Annabelle 1 and The Curse of La Llorona were the worst ones. I thought those two were awful. But I need to watch The Nun, and I hear that's awful as well. So,
well, we're getting The Nun 2 at the end of the year, I believe.
Oh God, another one I'll get dragged to the cinema for. We've only got 4 minutes left, so we'll pick out. I want to bring up one of True Action Stars' comments here. Favorite Queen song? You got a favorite Queen song?
I know it's the easy pick, but it's Bohemian Rhapsody. It's one of my favourite songs ever. I love it.
That's fair enough. I think I'm going Don't Stop Me Now. I do like that song. Probably just every time it comes on in a club, just it's always a good time.
I've got a lot of good Queen songs that I like though.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a good band. I like their hits a lot. Okay. What's the most overrated movie?
I'm not going to say 2001 because we spoke about that.
You can say that if you want. That's okay.
Yeah.
I actually do get that. I get why someone would say that film. Even though I love it, I do completely understand where people come from on that one.
I'll go with that then.
Fair, goddamn. Do you know what? If I went on my letterbox, I'd be able to find one. But off the top of my head, I'm really struggling.
I've got another one, but you're gonna hate me for it, James.
Oh, God damn it, George! You've already done this once to me.
I didn't mind it, but I think Everything, Everywhere, All at Once it was just too much going on, man. My brain couldn't take it.
I shouldn't have brought this comment up. I'm regretting it so much.
Oh God.
Okay. I don't know. I honestly can't think of one. I'm actually really struggling. I'm trying to think of like classics I've watched and not really liked, but I feel like I've liked most of the classic films I've watched. I'm gonna say one which might get me into a bit of trouble. I love this movie. I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's really good. But I don't think The Godfather is the best movie ever made. So maybe that.
Neither do I, James. I think it's the second best movie ever made.
I might not come Friday, you know. I'm just not really in the mood for it anymore now.
Oh God. I actually went live and said C-3PO was the best Star Wars character, didn't I? I went there.
Yeah. I feel like you come on here purposely trying to wind me up a bit.
Honestly, mate, I wouldn't do that at all. I feel like there's people in the world who actually do that, and I'm not one of them. I'm just always honest.
Oh, no, I know. Right, let's okay, we'll make this the last one because it's 1 minute 2. We'll end on this one, because it's a very lovely comment as well. Hey guys, great to see two of my favorite YouTubers on one stream. Thank you very much. What are your thoughts on Barbarian? I liked 75% of the movie, but thought the last 30 minutes brought it down. I mean, this was a weird. I didn't see it in the cinema, and I do regret that. But I saw it when it came on Disney Plus. And about halfway through the film, something happens, or maybe at the end of the first act, I should say, and the film completely got flipped on its head for me. Like I was like, this is not the film I thought I was going to be watching.
Yeah, same. I thought the first 30, 40 minutes were brilliant. Like, I don't really get scared with films, James, but when she was walking down them stairs, man, I just looked at my wife and she fell asleep. I was like, I'm on my own here. I was genuinely shitting myself. But after that, man, it just really didn't do much for me. But that first 30, 40 minutes was brilliant.
Yeah. I completely agree, but I don't know. I thought when it went away from that house, I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't seen it, but you know, it cuts away to something else that's going on somewhere else. I started to lose interest, but then when it comes back to the house, my interests sort of come back. So I don't know. It's a weird film. It's a really strange movie. But I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. So, yeah,
that's another divisive film. I see, like a lot of people just thought it was okay, and a lot of people were like film of the year or one of the best films of the year.
Yeah. Like I said, it didn't do much for me after the first act, really.
Yeah,
but I appreciate going different directions and throwing people off and stuff. Like let filmmakers try and be a bit different.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I can get that. It's it's a weird movie. I think after I saw it, I messaged Ryan and was like, "You got to go watch this movie." So I need to talk to someone about it because I don't quite know what to make of it. But anyway, we're going to wrap things up there, I think, 'cause it's 9:00. But sorry to people's comments didn't get to, because there are a lot here. Do apologize. But hey, as always, next week or the week after, I don't know when my next stream's with Scott, and it's he is here, Scott, I think still, and it's in a week or two, so I'll put it up on my Instagram story. But thank you, Jordan, for coming on.
No problem, mate. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, same as last year, episode 1, you're always my first guest.
Yeah. I haven't really been that active on my movie room channel lately. I'll have to get back to it soon. I'm working on doing a Fast X review and a Fast and Furious ranking soon, so hopefully I'll be putting videos back up. Hopefully I can get a few live streams on and have you on, mate, soon. Yeah. I've just been hectic life at the minute with the baby and stuff. So
yeah, no, Matt, you lead a much more busy life than me. I know that. But yeah, no, honestly, I take breaks from YouTube every now and then. I'll have a week where I put 5 videos up, and then I'll go 2 weeks without doing a video. So
yeah.
But thank you for coming on, and anyone who's watching now, anyone who's watching on the playback, if you're not subscribed to Jordan, go do it. Link in the description.
Thank you.
That's okay, mate. And yeah, that'll do it for this week. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Thanks.